Hello out there, comic book lovers. It is Friday. So, that means I'm doing my Friday night reviews. I am going to take three comics from the previous Wednesday, so the three, what I thought were the best, and do a review of them, and then I'm going to take the one that I liked the least. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad, but it's the one that I liked the least. And check it out. And we're back. Let's go to the second favorite one this week. It's rather surprising that I'm putting this at number 2. The last couple of times I read this book, which was issues 1 and 2, it was number 1. Hot Valley Days and Cocaine Nights. I like saying that just because, what's his name? Al Pacino. Number 3. Good book. I still have it's $3.99, and it's just pretty thick. By Antarctic Press. It is based on a true story, which doesn't necessarily mean anything. I mean, hell, I could write a story about me going into work one day, and when I get into work, on my way to work, I get kidnapped by aliens. And I can say based on a true story because I actually do drive into work a lot. But, who knows? Doesn't say who writes this. Pencils and ink is Fareed Karami, K-A-R-A-M-I. Colors Andrew Crossley, and cover Fareed Karami and Andrew Van Buren. Oh, okay, here it says. Usually they have written on the top, but this one is written by Matthew Spradlin, based on actual events, adapted from the script by Matthew Spradlin. Matthew Spradlin wrote it. Okay, so the last 2 issues have been chronicling the rise and seemingly eventual fall of the titular character. For some reason, I still can't remember her name. Her last name is of Janie. This is the true story of Janie something. So it's Janie. It's set in the 80s, so it has this kind of Miami Vice feel to it, especially since it's dealing with drugs. But it's in Southern California, and also a Al Pacino vibe of what is the movie? Anyway, so it's switching back and forth between this young woman, Janie, and her brother, growing up dirt poor, being abused by her grandfather. Her parents are just and clueless. She moves out to California and starts selling drugs. And then also it shows, that part, and then it shows her how she gets her contacts and how she starts moving up. And then there's a part where the problems start developing. And so it's set 3 different time periods. And it keeps switching back and forth. And this is the last book. It's part 3. So it shows her eventual, how she finally got up to the top of, being one of the biggest distributors of coke and all that in the Valley and in New York in the 80s. And then some of the problems that started happening that would lead to her downfall. Some of her big customers in the music industry are dying of AIDS. Stuff's going on, and she's having problems still selling stuff. Some of her bosses are getting busted by the cops because people are ratting them out. And, you know, I was sort of expecting, and I don't know why I was expecting this, just because, but maybe because this book gave me that vibe, was, you know, like a big shootout at the end of Scarface. You know, because this is one of, or Miami Vice. You know, that's those two movies that always have these huge, they dealt with drugs and stuff, and they also had huge shootouts at the end. This, and I don't think I'm really giving anything away here, didn't have that. And so, yes, it didn't end the way I expected, which is good. But the way it ended, it wasn't as satisfactory as I wanted it to be. Doesn't mean that it was bad. Trust me, this is a good book. You know, pick it up. If you haven't read any of the floppies, get the trade. Because it's worth it. But I'm going to give this a 3.5 out of 5, just because it's still so top quality, and the artwork is just unbelievable. You know, the characterizations are good. Each character is distinct. The motivations are incredible. You have, yeah, just really well done art with some nice stories, you know. But yeah, get it. I'm gonna give this, you know, what I said, and recommend that you get it, because, you know, it's fun, especially if you enjoyed Scarface or Miami Vice back from the day. Anyway, what did you think? Did you like it? Did you not? Let me know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and enjoy your comments.